Hello viewers, welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm your host Sushil Shalot, and in this video I'm going to talk about fill series in Excel. It sounds to be quite simple, but well, though simple, it's important. Friends, this is the 77th video at your service at the YouTube channel. I'm sure most of you have already subscribed to the channel and have been my regular viewers. I am grateful to all of you for being part of this channel and this journey of sharing knowledge. If you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And well, if you do like this video, at the end of the video, do put your likes at the YouTube channel. Well, let's get on to the topic. Before I talk about the fill series, I want to talk about a couple of things which shall be a pre-requirement for knowing how to use the fill series. So let's get on to the pre-requirements. So now here I'm going to show you something. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. In these 4 generations, every generation has got an addition of 1, and well, at the 4th generation, the total number turns out to be 4. If you see, in every generation or every step there has been a linear addition of 1, and hence this is called as arithmetic or a linear progression. So it is a simple addition. Well, what is other kind of progression? So let me give you a demo here. So here at the 4th generation you see there is the sum or a total number of 8. So if you see, in every generation there is a multiplication factor of 2, and so it is called as growth or geometric progression. So in geometric progression there is multiplication, in linear or arithmetic progression there is a simple addition. There is third kind of progression called as exponential progression, which is not part of this video and that is not our main topic. But well, with this briefing of geometric and the arithmetic progression, I will take you to the journey of fill series in Excel. So let's get on to the Excel workbook. In this workbook, we have got column A wherein we are going to put in the serial numbers. In column B, there is some vaccination values being put in, and in column C, there is a date put in. So now, if we want to put in the serial number, it's quite obvious. We can just go on putting like this. But friends, this is very tedious and very outdated way of manually putting in the serial numbers. So what is another way? Well, there is a fill handler that can be used. Most of you must be aware of this. So if I select this 1 and 2 cell and go over on the right lower corner over here, the cursor turns out to be into a dark plus number, and I can pull this down, drag down to put in the serial numbers serially. Well, how long can I do that? It's a question. It's taking a long time, and just to put in 54 values it took so long. How many are there? Let us check. So let me go to the bottom of this database. How do I go there? I have chosen the first cell or the cell B2, and I'm going to use control down key to go to the lowermost or the last cell in here. And if you see, there are 21,700 entries in this database. It's really tedious to do it either manually or by using fill handle. So what is other way? Now we come to our main topic, that is fill series. How can one use it? Well, where is this fill series? Let me first give you explanation. So in this home tab here, if I go to the editing portion, I see a fill tab or a fill option here. In this fill option, there are quite a few options, and in that one option is series. That is what we are going to use. With this briefing, let us go get up across the actual part of how to use the fill series. So how I'm going to choose or select the cells in column A is, I have gone to the last cell now. You see I am on to the cell A21701. That is a cell here. You can see the cell reference there as well as a cell here. So I have chosen this cell, and from this cell what I'm going to do is, by selecting the last cell, I'm going to select all the cells in this column A of my interest by pressing Ctrl Shift up arrow, and there it is. All the cells have been chosen. So now what next? Once the cells are chosen, now if you see I have chosen the cells only from column A. So I will go to the fill drop down to the series option, and in this option I see all the available buttons. So these buttons, in the first button there is row as well as column option. As you can see, it's evident I have chosen column A. So by default the column A has been, or the column option has been toggled, or it is radio button has been selected. The next thing is type. I'll already explain you what is a linear progression, what is a growth progression. So those are the first two toggle buttons. Now I'm going to use the linear progression since I want the serial number with the increment of 1. So if someone wants it with some different increment value, there it is, he can go to the step value and change the step value to 2, 3, 4, whatever he or she wishes. But well, we require 1, so I'm going to retain the step value as 1. So you must understood what is the step value. If had it been a growth progression, then the step value will have been the multiplication factor. In a linear progression, it is an addition factor. So every value is getting in this series will get added by 1. Well, with this all done, now I have done everything. Now what is last thing is the stop value. If at all one knows what how many cells are to be filled in, that will be the stop value. So in our case, it will be 21,700. Either I put it here 21,700 or I have already chosen those. So Excel is going to fill only those cells. So even if I opt not to fill in this 21,700 value, it is going to choose only those 21,700 cells. So with all this input given in, I am all set to fill in the serial number, and I say okay. As soon as I do, there it is. All these serial numbers have been filled in by I have not counted it, but it must have been 1 upon 100th of a second. So only that much time has been required to fill in all the values of 21,700 serial numbers. There it is. Let us go to the top and have a look if the serial numbers have come in correct. So there they are. Okay, fine. So now what next? You must have observed that there was an option in the fill series button here as date, and now I have chosen a date. By default it has chosen the date toggle button. So now what do? I must opt to choose the database. Again I'm going to use the control down key, go to the rightmost cell here, that is C21701, and from here I'm going to use control shift up arrow to select the range or the database column in which I want to fill the date. Now suppose these all people have been vaccinated on the same date and I want the date to come as the same one. How do I do that? So in the fill series option, I'll go here and say autofill. As soon as I say autofill, it's going to fill in the dates with the increment value or step value as 1. Well, I don't want that step value to be there. So what I'm going to do here is I have put in the 0. I'm going to put in OK. As soon as I do, there it is. So that date value has been put in as 11th of December 2021 all across the database. Let us scroll through and have a look. So I have scrolled somewhere halfway in the database and there it is. The value is same everywhere. Well, if at all I did not want the same date to be there, I would have chosen something else. So what would I have done here? So in the day value, I would have left 1 as increment and said OK. So every date would have been 1 increment by default, 1 day increment by default. So friends, this is how you can opt to choose the date of your requirement as per the database requirements. There it is, and you can see very well on the screen the date has been put in. Let us go to the first cell by using control up arrow, and there it is. I see the first date was 11th of December 2021, 12, 13, 14, and increment of 1 day every time or 1 date every time. So well, I've explained you how to use increment or how you can opt to have the same date by changing the step of value. Let's get on to the next part of this video, and here I'm going to explain you how to put in serial date. Well, here it's quite simple. We have got only 20 values, so I'm going to choose these 20 values. As I already explained you, control shift up arrow. Now this is just a practice or revision for you. Now linear 1 and say OK. There it is. The serial number have popped up. Now I want the same day to come in here. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to copy this cell. I'm going to paste it. There are various ways of doing this. I have done it this way. So now this meeting is going to happen on every Tuesday for next 20 weeks. And now I want to put in the date here for every week Tuesday. How do I do that? Well, I'll be doing it with fill series option again. I had chosen the database here or the column values in column C which are of my interest. I go over here to the fill series option, and fill series option, as you can see, it is quite obvious that date has been chosen, column has been chosen, and a day has been chosen. Now I want it every Tuesday. I can opt to give day and put in the trend value as 7 here, or I can choose weekday, so it will remove the Saturday and Sunday. In that case there will be only 5 weekdays, so I'll have to put in 5 value here. If at all I want to put in every month, then I'll have to be very cautious because by default every month will have 30 or 31 days as per the Gregorian calendar. and well, so I won't opt to choose month, but well, I'm going to opt weekday. So I want it to be every Tuesday, and there are 5 weekdays, so the step value will be 5. So from this Tuesday to the next Tuesday, it will be only 5 weekdays. So as soon as I say okay, and now I'm not going to put in the stop value because I already chosen the array or the database range, and I'm going to say okay. As soon as I do that, there it is. The weekdays, that is a Tuesday for next 20 weeks, have appeared here on the screen, and I don't have to go and cross check. If you have doubt, friends, I'll ask you to go and cross check if these dates are correct. So 11th of May 2021 was Tuesday. Let us go on to the calendar and have a brief look at it. So I will go over here to say May 11th was Tuesday, 18th was Tuesday, 25th was Tuesday, next was 1st of June, and there it is. So all dates what we see on our screen are very correct as per the requirement. So friends, I have explained you here how to use the date option, pick the weekday there. Well, let's get on to the further part of this video. So now I'm going to use the row format here. It's quite obvious. Now I have chosen, or I'm going to choose here as a row fill series, and as soon as I go there by default, you see the rows have been chosen here, the linear has been chosen here. I'm going to use the autofill option here. So now Excel is going to do the work for me, and when I say autofill, say okay, there it is. So from Monday up to Sunday, all the days have appeared here on your screen by using the fill series way. Now let us do it for the months. Does it work? Let's see. So series, I'm going to again go to autofill and say okay. There it is, February, March, April, May, June. Well, now friends, I like to go over here and do some kind of explanation to you. Suppose this value I'm going to put here 2, and for the next say 6 or 7 cells I'm going to use the fill series, and I'll give you a demo for the growth option. So in this growth option, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in the value here, step value as say 8 for example, and say okay. I'm not going to do the stop value by obvious, by option or by default it will choose the 7 cells that I have chosen and say okay. So there it is. So you see 2, 16, 128, 1024, 8192 and so on and so forth up to 524,228. If I speak in the Indian way, it is 5,24,288, the count in the 7th cell. So you see here the geometric progression has been taken care of. Had I chosen the same way, say 2, and choose here and opt for the linear progression, there it is, linear has come in. And if I put in the option as 8 as I had done earlier, the step value, I'll get it as 2, 10, 18, 26 and so on and so forth. So every time 8 is getting added in every value. Now friends, if after all I have 2 here and say 8 here, now certainly there are two values put in here. I have chosen these 7 cells. I'll go over here to fill series, and now I'll explain you the trend value here. So as soon as I choose to have the trend, now Excel is going to do the work for me. So the trend here will be the increment between the first cell and the second cell is 6. So I am choosing linear. When I choose trend, only two buttons here are available for me, linear and growth. I'll first give you a demo for the linear. So here in this case the step value is 6. So increment will be 6 every time. There it is on your screen. If I go over here and again put 2 and say 8 here and opt to choose these 7 cells, this time I'm going to choose the growth option for trend, and there it is. If you see with growth, let us see what happens. So I'm going to put OK, and there it is. So now it is 2, 8, 32, 128. So this is the geometric progression. So it has taken the trend. So it has gone 2 raised to 3, then 2 raised to 6, and so on and so forth. That is how the progression has happened. Fine. I hope I have covered all the portion or all the part of this option in Excel. You can practice it on your own and apply it as per your requirement. We are at the end of this video. My next video will be more interesting and will be based on this video. So do not miss this video. I will come back with my next video wherein I'm going to explain you how a continuous consecutive serial number can be created in Excel in various ways. So friends, be ready for the next video. It will be an interesting one. Till then, I'll say goodbye, and as I already told you, please do subscribe the channel and watch the remaining 76 videos without fail at your leisure. It will be my pleasure. Till then, goodbye, take care.